so where did you? All right, so we want to hook up the shallow pumping well. So that's what we were doing with some of these before. So you're going to get this tube right here, and you're going to pump some water out of there because you've got a factory, and factories use a lot of water. Very good. Thank you for giving us some rain. Okay. So we're going to have you pump out of this right here. Okay. So keep filling that up, and we're going to watch for a little bit. So now we have a factory that comes in, and they're using a lot of water. Okay. And they've got a pretty shallow well here. Now, how is everything that we have right now responding to this pumping? Watch the dies. We used this as a predictor before. Okay, when it's full, then just show us it's full. Okay, she's got nice clean water. It's full in there. Okay, push it up. Okay, up some more. Now you watch, this is all still coming this way, right? What's this one doing? Yeah, it's going straight up. So is this going in the same direction that it was before? No, it's not coming all the way over here like it was before. Is this one being affected right now? No. Doesn't seem to be too much. What's happening to the right?
It's right.
Oh, now show us what your water looks like. And we're actually getting red dye in there. Please blow that out. Yeah, so we're actually getting water that we had right down here coming up. This is coming down. Everything is coming towards here. So this is where our negative pressure is right now. Everything is pulling out of there. And that's going to influence the way that this whole system runs. So do you think people have an influence on what happens underground? Big time. Yeah, we sure do. So, and see how fast all those colors go. Now, I know in East Troy we had kind of a fight for a while over where we were going to put our wells, because the town, the village, needed to put in another well for all of the village people to be able to get water from. And it was going to be a really big pumping well, like this one is right here. And the concern that we had in East Troy was, what is this going to do? We have to put it far away from the landfill, because otherwise you might get landfill stuff in your well for all your people to drink. Yeah, you might want to put it far away from the lake, because they were going to put it in by Lake Beulah. And what was the concern about Lake Beulah there? Yeah, that you drain the whole lake, and then the ecosystem would be messed up there. I know that Quantico is having some of the same debates, like how close should they put that to the river? Because if they put it really close to the river, they might actually cause all sorts of pollutants and things to be drawn into that system as well. So, and if you look, she's still got that water in there. Okay. So go ahead and push that up. Who has number 10? A couple more to go through. What does number 10 say?
Simplest Road Potato Farm. The organic potato farm is located right on the hand side of the model to the lake and river outlet. You are using some pesticides to control and outbreak of potato loss. Using a syringe with glue down and carefully spraying some liquid on the plant surface. Next to the same syringe, spray 2 other clear water onto the same area to circulate a rainstorm or X. This is irrigation.
Okay. Good. Oh, there's another paragraph? Okay, so ask us her questions.
Where do the pesticides go? Will there be any danger to groundwater? Could there be any danger to nearby surface water, rivers, or lakes? And what can farmers do to reduce the risk of contaminating groundwater?
Okay. So we're going to see if your potato farm is going to contaminate the groundwater. And, okay. So let's have you come on up. We're going to give you a little bit of dye. I'm going to change something in this system a little bit, because what I'm noticing is that I think that that side really is kind of flubbed it a little bit. put some rain on it or something. Yeah. Okay. So you've got some pesticides, you need to get rid of some weeds, you need to get rid of some bugs that are on your potatoes or something like that. So you've got this, and your potato farm is right here between this and that. So just put it along here on your potatoes, kind of dribble it around. Okay. Meteorologist, can I have you come up? It's going to rain on the other side now. So take this bottle and put it right here, just like you did the other one. I'm going to turn this up so I can't get it out too. Okay. So that side, I think, was coming in a little bit more. So what I want you to do is kind of watch what your lake is going to do. Watch what's happening up here. Now, we also wanted you to put some rain on top of that. So let's rain this. It's right here, so it's nice and clean. That's pretty clean. So go ahead and put the rain on top of there. There you go. Alright, so can you guys see the green dye? Okay, it was just kind of sitting on the top. So what happens when it rains? What's the rain doing? Yeah.
It's washing it down.
Yeah, it's washing it down. Where's it going to go? What's it pretty close to? What do you think?
The lake?
Yeah, it might end up in that lake pretty soon there. So the lake right now is filling up with some nice clean water. But after a little while, it might not be so clean. Yeah. So he's irrigating his field right now. Maybe he's got sandy soil and he needs to use an irrigator a lot for his potatoes, otherwise they dry out. So you read that? And see a little plume of it coming right down in there. So in certain soils, you have to be very, very careful with this pesticide because you know what's going to happen to it. It's going to end up somewhere else. Now, if this stuff here kills plants, what happens when it gets into a lake? Yes?
Does the plants in the water?
Yes. So you were mentioning seaweed, okay?
It's not like seaweed.
Yeah, so seaweed like weed, river weed, whatever kind of weed it is, yeah.
Kills fish too.
It may kill fish too. Now think of plants, where they are in the food chain. Okay? Where do plants get their energy from? Yes?
The sun.
The sun. So they're at the top or the bottom of the food chain? What do you think? This might be a tricky question. What do you think? At the bottom, yeah, because things eat them, but they don't eat other things. So you're correct in that. Oh, bird. There's some registering green water now. Okay. So the plants are there. So if you're killing off the plants, what's going to happen to the whole food web? Yeah.
It's going to sort of break.
Right. It's going to break the chain. So it's going to kind of mess up that whole food web there, especially if you're thinking, who's the teeny tiny things that live in the water? Think SpongeBob SquarePants, who's teeny tiny? Yeah. Bacteria are the smallest. What do you think? Yeah, so like the phytoplankton, the algae, the zooplankton, stuff like that. Okay. So now what happens if you get pesticides like insect killer? What if you get an insect killer in there? Yes?
Kills like that makes the plants not have food.
That might be true. Some plants do eat insects. But if you put insect killer in there, why would it be bad to kill the insects? Think about what eats insects. Yeah?
Bats eat insects.
That's true, but how about in the water?
Fish.
Yes. Yep, if you go fishing, you use worms and you use some kind of bait that looks like a fly or a bug or something like that. It's turning red again? Very interesting. Okay, and you notice that now, is there any green left up in here? No, it's all rinsed out into this area here. Okay, good. Who has, I think there's one more. 11. Okay.